It's launch day, Drifter 4s. Trying a new kind of camera setup. I got my camera really close. So we're just trying to slowly refine this whole process. Keep it interesting, keep them quick to edit so we can show you guys more stuff more often and somehow figure out how to make YouTube profitable. I don't know how, honestly I'm not sure how other brands deal with YouTube. Like how does a strict YouTube channel stay alive? Your guess is as good as mine. I want to do a video showing you my favorite part about Bloodcore. You know, it's cool when it's brand new, like the Drifter 3s. You know, you got the pop of leather coming through. You know, you got this little bit of red coming through right here. Then as you wear them and scar them, you know, you got little scratches and scars that show up. This is my personal pair that I didn't beat the crap out of, but my Drifter 4s, I simulated two types of wear. Really heavy, beat the crap out of your boots, barely take care of them. On the work site, just beating the crap out of the leather to see what Bloodcore looks like that. Or if you were to really, kind of like what I'm doing with this, like not necessarily baby them, but polish them on occasion, brush them, and really just try to get that high shine gradient of patina. And they turned out so sick. So, oh, and if you didn't know, because this collaboration, you know, it happened pretty quick, all of the Drifters are launching again. So today, when you're watching this video, the Drifter 1 has 100 units available, Bloodcore, still comes with the pocket kit, still comes with the full length Roseanne kill tee. I love it with these yellow laces. So if you missed out on the Drifter 1, now's your shot to get your Drifters. I'd like to ask Whites to keep releasing them in the future, but you just never know. You know, you'd have no idea when a collaboration is gonna end completely. And so that's why I was like, hey, look, Whites, let's bring back the other Drifters. You know, we did that with a few other brands today, or this year. So now's your shot. Drifter 2, if you remember, is the black, like Domani Chrome XL looking pair. I'm pretty sure it's double shot that White's used on this. And then the little contrast pull tab in the, I think it's English tan double shot. And they just look clean and classy. And guess what? I got all these tools that I beat up my Drifter 4s with to show you a little bit of what these same tools do to these other Drifters. Because these are my personal pairs. I've never cared about beating them up and scratching them. And so I don't mind sacrificing a few scratches for you guys. And the Drifter 3, also back for order. Full Bloodcore, grain all the way out, smooth out all the way. 100 of these as well. Man, and I love this lineup of boots. I think it turned out so good. I love them. I also love this new shirt. I got it from Huckberry. It's like really thick, has a really cool like kind of Indian blanket pattern on it. Native blanket, I don't know. So now let me show you my favorite part of any of the Bloodcore stuff, when they're highly aged. And I spent a lot of time on these because there's this whole thing out there, which is completely understandable, of like people hate when you fake patina. You know, it's like the whole point. Oh, actually, boot camp. Does this come out when boot camp? I've been hitting up Ben and be like, send me some stuff to share, because boot camp is happening this weekend that I'm recording this. So yeah, it'll come out. So okay, boot camp is this weekend in Chicago. So I'll put links to the Stitch Down boot camp. Has like a bunch of the top players in the game setting up booths so you can check out their stuff. And they also run that competition, the Patina Thunderdome, where it's all about getting a brand new pair of boots and watching them slowly age through actual use over 6 months or 3 months or something. And then at the end, you've got a really well patina boot that is actually natural. You can see how natural the gradient is. It exposes the true value of leather, because it's leather, like high quality leather is one of the only materials that gets better with age. It gets more beautiful with age. It tells a story with age. And so you can understand why when it's really obvious that someone clearly took, you know, a little sanding drum and was coming up here and just going, let me give you a little zoom in. I gotta practice my B-roll shots. Yeah, you can pretty easily scratch that up. Yeah, you could patina some of these boots in a matter of like an hour if you really wanted. But it's kind of faking it, right? Like you're pretending like your boots are more worn and more rugged and better looking than what you've earned them to look like. And that's kind of the whole concept behind Bloodcore too. It's like, this is leather you have to earn it, because like if I take this to this little boot pocket kit, that top little bit of pigment's already off. I do the same thing to my Drifter 3s. Let me do a spot that I won't feel as bad about doing on camera. See? You're not even close to being the red. And so that's what this whole concept of this leather is. It's really, really hard to get down to that red because you can't really fake it. You gotta wear them, you gotta beat them up, and you're incentivized to wear your boots how they're supposed to be worn. You're supposed to beat these up. They're the highest quality boots in the world. These are made to be beat up, and you want your leather to reflect that, and you wanna earn that privilege to show the blood core. But on the same side of things, not everybody has a hard-working job, and they want that look of patina. And so I'm a little bit split on it. I definitely lean more towards like, don't fake the patina, just do it naturally. Or if you're gonna do it fake, put them on and then go kick around in some bushes, stomp on some curbs and stuff, because it's pretty obvious when you fake it. I think I figured out how to do it pretty well without being obvious, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys and be like, oh yeah, even though I just got these drifters a week ago, I've put a year's worth of wear into them. And so, basically what I'm getting at is, after I aged these, I had so much fun doing it, and they turned out so sick that I'm like, I kind of get it. I could see, like, especially, you know, even from my instance of like, I've got like 1,000 boots to wear. I don't have time to make them all break in and worn how I want, and yet sometimes I'm like, I would like a well patinaed pair. So I'm kind of playing with the idea of it being acceptable in my head to some degree. So I think there is actually a case for it, you know, because with the dress shoes, you can patina your own stuff and nobody cares. It's just a work boot, and all the, you know, it's that classic thing of all these like full-grown men in these style comment sections or like threads. And they're like, you can't wear your boots like that. You're supposed to be a man. I'm like, aren't you a full-grown man telling another man how he should and shouldn't dress? Do you not see the irony in the situation? You know. So, should we actually see what they look like after rambling a little bit about it? Because like it is something like, as much as it's easy to have a solid stance on everything for the next 10 years of my life, like sometimes things happen. I'm like, dang, these turn out so sick. Like I'm gonna wear these for sure. Like we're not cutting them. That's part of why I'm doing this video, because they turn out so sick. I'm like, I am not cutting these. I'm gonna wear these. And so, let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'm off. Maybe most people don't care that much about fake patina. But whatever. Okay, let's do it. Are you guys ready? You've probably already seen them on social media. But look at these. Oh my gosh. So this one was my high shine wear, as if you wore these for like 5 years and you just brushed them every week, you know, just really got them well conditioned and got that really high polish with the slow gradient of that black coming through. Look at that. A red, gradient of red coming through. And like I said, this is me artificially getting this patinaed. Woo, dang, don't they look so good? Like, look at this. And the thing I like is every time we do one of these more wild collaborations, when we first show them, they're brand new. And they haven't taken the shape of the foot. They're still like, look like baby seals to me. And the leather's very vibrant and it's just very stark and contrasty. But once you started wearing them, the red flesh blood core starts to get darker. You can see in like where the high wear spots are, it's grabbing some dirt and some grime. Down here where I've been brushing it, it's gotten darker. And so the red darkens over time. But then the blood core lightens up over time. And so you start with high contrast, and then over time it comes to the middle to a really cohesive looking, beautiful boot. Look at this. Plus it's got the boot pocket kit on there. We sent it with the full boot pocket kit, so you can do this knife one, or you can do what I did. I don't have my other one here. I always do a little stash pocket on the inside for my credit card, or if I'm going to a concert or something, you got a little stash pocket there, because they're not gonna be like, take off your boots, let me see every square inch of them. Like, these things are, it's probably like half a pound of metal in these to begin with all the nails and stuff. And still come with the full-length rose amble keel tees, with a little fringe as well. But didn't this turn out so sick? Like, look at, you know, you can see it's kind of stippled a little bit through here. But I just love that gradient. Like, I've always wanted a boot that has that slow gradient like this. And so that's kind of what I'm getting at. It's like, this turned out so sick, and it was a really fun, like almost artistic process where I was like, okay, well maybe I use this sanding, and then I use this, and then maybe I faded in with a little bit of tinted Venetian shoe cream, and it was so fun to do. And the result is a beautiful boot. And so that's what I'm saying. I'm like, gosh, I've talked so much trash about artificially aging stuff and faking the patina, but when I did it on my personal pair, they turned out so sick. And I'm not officially changing my stance on it by any means. I'm just kind of thinking out loud to you guys because this was honestly just such a fun little project. So that's your high shine boot. And you know, this is probably a couple years worth of wear simulated. But if you're brushing them all, because that's essentially what brushing them is, right? Like you're kind of developing that patina mechanically. So I don't know, you guys have to let me know what you think. But the one that I like more than this high polish one, because this is cool, it's like very classy, very like Japanese boots to me. You know, this is kind of what I'd see from some of the Japanese accounts. But this high wear one, look at this thing. Oh my gosh, it looks like lava. Like look at the gradient on the toe. Look at that, are you kidding? That looks like magma. Like this looks just like, ooh, can I find it fast enough? The white cinnamon wax flesh that I loved when we talked about it with the drifters, or sorry, the Sundance boots, because we did it out of cinnamon wax flesh, and it's like my favorite photo of a boot of all time. And not that many people will probably have favorite photos of boots, but I do, and that is it. Look at that. So I was trying to emulate that, you know, with the gradient of color, with the highlights and lowlights, with really heavy use, and it turned out so perfect. Like, just look at the upper two where this dirt and grime is gathering in the little folds, and then the highlights, the high spots stay high because it's rubbing against your jeans, and then these low spots collect all the dirt. And then, like, look at this little scratch right there. Like, that's the crazy thing about like beaten up boots is when they're made to last, when you do this to them, like that little scratch right there, they just look cooler. It looks like a Wolverine attacked my leg. And what else do I love about this? And what's crazy is, I haven't even told you how I did it. I literally took a grinder to it. You can see the red pigment still on it. I literally had to grind this down to get that really heavy nail. And obviously I was in a rush because I can't spend 12 hours doing this. But they turned out so sick. And this, you know, this would simulate lots of heavy wear, and you'd have to like clean them first and then condition them to really get this, or really clean them. You have to clean all the dirt off and then take care of them to get this kind of look. But you can get this amount of wear pretty easily in one of these boots because they last so long. But yeah, just look at the gradient. Oh my gosh, it is so crazy. Isn't that the craziest looking boot? And people, there's a couple people I saw in comments of some of the social posts were like, I'm worried that this is not gonna lace up all the way because I'm afraid they're gonna be too tight. And I'm like, unless you have crazier, skinnier legs than me, you're gonna be fine. Because I'm on the upper spectrum of skinny ankles, lower spectrum. Another thing I really liked about this was, look at I intentionally added some red back into the sole because it's already kind of a reddish tone. I just took a little bit of the Cordovan shoe polish and resealed this and add a little bit of red to it so it creates a lot better gradient. Ooh, I love them. And like honestly, I'm editing this video myself because we're so busy, and I like this turned out so sick and I wanted to show you guys. And so that's what I'm doing. So look at all these tools that I aged these with. I was literally throwing everything at it. Rocks, awls, grinders. And that's how I did it. I literally just was like grinding down the bulk of the black color. Then I would take these and do big scratches in here like that. Then I would take this knife. Shout out to Blade HQ, giving us a sick Kershaw. You know, I was like taking chunks out, stabbing it, giving it one of these in the side, you know. And that was for this boot. For the other boot, I just used varying degrees of sandpaper to slowly sand it down to that red and then make that gradient by using finer grit sandpaper. Ooh, didn't it turn out so sick? I'm like, this is one of my most favorite patina tears I've ever had. And they're artificially patina, you know? So you see what I mean? Like, this video was not about fake patina. But I just had so much fun with these and it turned out so sick that I'm like, you know what? If somebody was like, hey Weston, check these out. I aged these artificially and like I haven't even worn them once. Like my initial reaction would be like, dang, that's actually sick. They turned out so good. So my opinions might be changing slightly. Because I want to do this to more of my shoes, to be honest with you. You know, not like, maybe not this amount of heavy wear, but like, yeah, so whatever. So next thing I want to do, the next iteration of Blood Core's done. Final samples are here. So let me just show you. This is a little teaser. It's not out yet. We're gonna be releasing it in the near future. I just wanted to show you some of the products to tease you on that's out of Blood Core, Alien Blood Core, that are our products. Because we need to figure out who we're gonna collaborate with. So who do you guys want us to collaborate with on Alien Blood Core? So here is the first little sample. You've probably already seen this in the unboxing. I think we posted this, but look at that. That green is well, actually you can't see it on that camera. You'll see it on this one though. It's like green screen green. We went through like 4 different versions of it to find this specific green. Because I didn't want like forest green, I wanted like a alien green, like a slime green, like a very vibrant green, and that is exactly what we got. Look at that. So, what do the products look like? Well, first, here's your kilties. So you get a little idea of what they're gonna kind of look like over time. We need to change this tabletop color to something else because it's too hard. Here's a little panel for you, just show you what the panels look like, so you can make your own leather goods. But the wallets are so sick. Look at this. Focus. Focus. There it goes. Look at that. All that stacked up leather. Alien Core. One of my personal favorite wallets, the Swayze. Look at that. I love this wallet. I don't have it on me. Like, this is the one I probably carry most. Alien Core. I'm glad we didn't just give up and be like, okay, forest green, because I love this lime green, like slime green. Please focus. Got your belt too, the micro adjust belt, check out. This micro adjust belt's so handy, so you can do like little incremental adjustments right there, micro adjust. So when one hole's too big, one hole's too small, you're like, I wish one was right in the middle. That's what this is for, you bridge the gap. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, there's your little teaser about Alien Blood Core. And I don't know when it's coming out. So now, oh yeah, I want to, I'll give you a second on another promotion. So now, I wanted to just do a quick little fun exercise and just show you what these tools do to my other 3 drifters. I figured it was only fair. We're opening them up for sale again, so I was like, I gotta sacrifice something. We're not cutting one of them in half, so I'll sacrifice a few scratches of each of my boots for you guys. Not just because I've been obsessed with artificially patinaing these. So let's start with the rock on the. Let's go 1 through 3. So that's interesting about like a Red Dog is look how easy that top coat comes off. Now he's on a kiltie. So this stuff ages really, really quickly and really fast versus your regular double shot from Seidel. It's pretty hardy. It has a top coat of black on it, but the flesh side is natural. And it's a lot hardier than the Red Dog. You have to move up to something like this little cut-off saw or whatever you call these. It hurts a little bit doing this, to be honest, because these are my most worn drifters too. So even that, you see, it's like to get down to that T-core, it takes a lot to scratch through it. And then the Blood Core is even more hardy, like it's even more intense. But you get more color popping through because those little micro scratches show a lot more of that bright red contrast against the black than this more gradient to the natural T-core. Okay, this was a really interesting one too. So let's try on the counters for this one. So this is a Japanese style finish saw. It's really nice because you can cut flat by bending the blade. It's really, really useful for a lot of things. Yeah, see that? Tears it up pretty easily. Shows that under color. Let's see how this double shot does. So, you know, same effect. It's still cutting through, but it's actually surprising me how deep that black dye goes on this Domani. Let me just shave it down till it gets to the actual core. So yeah, this is honestly, I think this has a deeper dye than the blood core does. See, I carved straight through the grain on that one. Some of you guys are dying inside watching this. Boots are meant to be beat up. It's part of the process. Now to a blood core. Blood core. Yeah, honestly, I think the Domani, or the double, I keep calling it Domani, it's because we used to buy Domani. The double shot is actually harder to get down to the T core than the blood core is. I thought it'd be the other way around, to be honest. And it's partially just because it's a brighter undercolor and it contrasts a lot more. But look at that pops through a lot. That's a pretty good scratch compared to this one. So that's good because, like I said, I like the patina more anyway. So that's it. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to do a couple patina things to show you, since these are available for sale again. Had to do a little sacrifice for you guys. And these turned out so sick. I'm so hyped about these that I literally am not cutting them because I want to wear them. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove some of the shine from this one, so it's not quite as polished, to get a little bit more napped up like this one. And then I'll probably polish this one a little bit. So I'm probably gonna try to get them to meet in the middle. So it's not high polish, not high wear, right in the middle for both pairs, so it doesn't look like I'm wearing two different boots around. Because I'm keeping them. They turn out so good. And I'm so attached to the patina process now. It took me quite a while. This was the first one I started with. It probably took me like 8 hours total, from like concepting to gathering the tools and trying different things until I finally figured out the process. And then by the time I got to this one, I didn't have to be as careful either. So I did this one in maybe 4 or 5 hours total. And it was a heck of a project. It was so fun. So get yourself a pair of Drifter 4s, Drifter 3s, Drifter 2s, Drifter 1s, only 100 pairs of each of the Drifter 1 through 3s. The sizing guide is linked below. And get your Drifter 4s, yeah, Drifter 4s, because there's 500 available of these. And it's the first time we've launched this red flesh blood core, and it turned out so good. Because initially I was like, dang, these are pretty high contrast. You know, especially with the sole being black and the heel and the vamp being black. But once they start getting worn, you really start seeing some of that color pop through. That's where you see the real design behind it. Because I didn't want, like, the brand new pair is not what I wanted to look like. I wanted to look like this. This is the whole concept of blood core. You got to earn the right. Sometimes you got to artificially do it to show this really cool gradient and wear through it and buy the type of boot that can handle that kind of wear, that uses the type of leather and construction that will actually last long enough, even if you do it artificially. So also let me know what you guys think about that. You know, it's more just for fun to open up the conversation, because I want to hear your guys' opinion about artificial patina, because there's a lot of opinions about it out there. And I had a lot of fun patinaing these, to be honest. So thank you guys for your support. Check these out below. They launched today. And the Warsaw's dropped yesterday. Ended up double stacking it. That's another reason why I was doing this video, is just to, you know, anytime we advertise more, I try to produce more to equal it out. You know, if we're gonna do 2 collaborations, I'm gonna do an extra video to show you guys some really cool wear, to really deliver on the content for you guys, regardless of what we're launching, especially when I'm hyped about it like this. So thank you guys. See ya.